didn't even hear you come in. How are you? So good to see you. Thank you so much for agreeing to let me measure you, measuring your facial features, I should say. So I have here a little clipboard. I will just be writing down your measurements with this measuring tape. Then I will really just be needing to get down the measurements of your facial features. So not your entire face. Today will be relatively quick and easygoing. I will just be measuring your facial features. So anything prominently on your face, I will be measuring from eyebrows to eyes, nose, and mouth. That's pretty much all I'll need, but I will need length and width for the most part, and I will also need it in both centimeters and inches. Is that all right? Perfect. So I have here just your standard measuring tape. Sometimes I'll be letting this fall to the floor, other times I'll have this around my neck and so on, but basically we have here the centimeter side and we also have the inches side, and I have this notebook to just record down all the information so that I do not forget. So I really appreciate you letting me measure your face, and I should be more specific and say facial features. So I'm going to be measuring quite a few faces over the next month, and I'm so glad that yours could be one of them. So can I please just get your name just so I know exactly who I'm measuring here? Okay. Great. And can I please have your age? Yeah, it's very important for this study. Okay. Perfect. So I do have your consent here to measure your face. Is that correct? All right. Perfect. I'm just going to be placing this down here for 1 second. And now, with my measuring tape, we're going to actually start with your eyebrows. Is that okay? I'm just going to roll up the tape a little bit in my fingers here because it's quite long and we don't need it to drag right now, so. You can see that we have quite the long tape to work with, but we do not nearly need such a long piece right now for your eyebrows. So we are going to be doing centimeters. Like I said, one side is centimeters, 150. The next is inches, 60 inches. So we'll be doing it in centimeters to be a little bit more precise here, but if I need to write it down in inches, I hope that you don't mind. Some areas might take longer than others, but your eyebrows should be pretty straightforward. Okay, so I'm just going to start with this eyebrow right here, if that's okay. Alright, perfect. So let's just give it a little measure right here. Okay, very interesting. Let's see. Alrighty, so I have this number down. Do you mind if I just turn it around and look at the inches side for just 1 second? Just want to make sure that I have both numbers down correctly. Alrighty. Straightforward enough. Eyebrow. Can I just double check one thing with this eyebrow, please? Thank you. Just going in here and measuring. Alrighty. Okay, perfect. So, just like I thought, centimeters and inches just in case. Okay, next eyebrow, please. Yes, I'm just gonna go right over this area, please. Yep, does that tickle? I'm sorry. Let's do the inches side now. Just gonna turn this around. Okay, interesting. Let's see right here. Okay. Just gonna hold that still, please. Yes, okay. Just right there. Perfect. Okay. So, we have your left and we also have your right eyebrow. They're a little bit different, but barely. I mean, we're talking about like basically half a centimeter difference, so not a big deal. Okay, let's see. Okay, so now that we have your left and right eyebrow, you can imagine what we're going to be doing next. So let's see. Eyes, left and right. Okay, just putting my little booklet down, getting this little tape out here. Okay, so we do want the centimeter side for the eyes. Now, if you would like to close your eyes, you can, but I promise that I won't get this in your eye. Alright? It's going to be as simple as just going over, so I'm not going to go on your exact eye. I'm just going to be going slightly over. But if I need to get closer, I'll just have you close your eyes. Is that alright? Okay, perfect. So, just really quickly now, you can look up if it makes you feel better. Okay, just right over your eye. Okay, that wasn't so bad, was it? Perfect. Now the inches side, just to double check here. Okay, perfect. Next eye here. Okay. We're just gonna do right there. Okay, I'm just gonna turn this over and do the centimeter side. Okay, perfect. So, I think we can unravel this tape now, and we can just set it down. I'm just gonna be recording your eye measurements by heart. Centimeters versus inches. Left and right eye. Perfect. Okay, wonderful. Now that we have your eyebrows and your eyes, I think we can move on to the nose portion. So, okay, let's see here. Okay, so I'm just going to be measuring your nose, just right underneath. Firstly, perfect. Okay, now I'm going to just turn that over, just like that. Did that tickle your nose a little bit? Okay, I will be doing the length, so sort of from here to here, just measuring, just briefly. Okay, see? It's actually quite similar to mine, your nose. Okay, so let's see, 5.2. 10 inches, that's almost exactly 2 inches. Okay, wow. Very interesting. Okay, so nose, 5.2 centimeters, and this is the nose length. Okay, as opposed to width. Next we will be doing width, so just the basic width of your nose right now. Okay, okie dokie. I'm just gonna let this fall to the floor. Okay, so we're just gonna be going across and doing the width of your nose, just right over here. Okay, other side, we're just gonna be doing inches as well. Okay. Interesting. One more second here, please. Just 1 second. Okay. Just gonna throw that on me. So the nose width from one nostril to the other, centimeters and inches. Okay, so I suppose we're just going to be getting in there just a little bit more personally, and we're going to be measuring each nostril left and right, if that's okay. Yes, so this is going to tickle slightly because sometimes when your nostril's being touched, it just tickles a little bit, but let's just get a little bit just right in there. Okay. I will not be measuring inches for your nostrils because centimeters will help us be more exact. Okay. other nostril. Perfect. Just relax your nose. You don't need to flare your nostrils or anything like that. Okay. I have centimeters down. I'm just gonna briefly just get. Yes, of course. We don't even remotely go near the 1 inch mark. Just a little 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. Maybe it's like a 0.4. What do you think? Well, you can answer. And let's just take the other one just really quickly. Just 0.1, 0.2, 0.4, 0.5. Nostrils, left versus right. So we said that we would do just centimeters, but we actually have your inches as well. Now I'm kind of wondering if I should I'm just gonna go back very quickly, and I'm actually going to be getting the vertical measurements of your eyes. So if you could just please open your eyes for me as wide as you can open them. I think that this is actually pretty important. So yeah, just open them quite wide. I'm just gonna go just right over the top. I'm just gonna briefly brush your eyelashes, and I will not touch your eyeball by any means, but just look straight at me. You can just focus on my nose. Okay. Okay, just turning that over. 1 second. Okay, yep, perfect. Next, same procedure, just open your eyes wide and you can focus on my nose if you'd like. Okay. Just right there. Perfect. And then I'm just gonna turn this over and just get the centimeter length. Okay, I'm just gonna mark it off for precision here. Okay, perfect. Alright, so verticality, left versus right in centimeters as opposed to inches. Did we say that it was 0.5? Yes, we said it was 0.5. 0.1759. Okay, so we have your eyes measured even vertically, horizontally. We have your eyebrow measured. We didn't measure the thickness of your eyebrows, did we? Well, because you're my first client that I'm doing this activity with, I hate to tell you, but you're sort of like the guinea pig. So just so I have an accurate measurement of the entire face. So sometimes I will be kind of backtracking a little bit if you don't mind, but I think that I should really get down the thickness of your brows. So we did them horizontally. I do think we should do them vertically. I mean, what could it really be? Very tiny, but I still think we should do it. So yes, I'm just going to be getting your brow here. Just give me a second. Okay, the other brow. I'm just going to be doing the actual centimeters because this is very tiny. It's not even 1 centimeter. Length of the brow as well as the width, so vertical and horizontal. And this one we can just stick to centimeters because inches it's barely noticeable. It's quite small, so we can just do that. Okay, so I think we have this portion covered for facial features. What do you think? Thank you so much for agreeing to help me with this. Like I said, you are the guinea pig, but your help really means a lot to me when it comes to getting these facial measurements down and accurately organized. Okay. Yes, I'm actually going to be measuring all month long a new client every day, but you are my first client of the month and you are super special to me, so I'm very excited. Okay, now mouth area. Mouth is going to be quite interesting. Sorry about that. We seem to be having a little bit of a storm today, so if you hear some noises, don't mind. But like I said, mouth area is quite interesting. I would just like you to relax your mouth. Don't pout or anything like that. Just relaxing your mouth, closing your mouth, and we are going to be getting accurate measurements of your mouth area. So we're going to be getting the length of your mouth as well as the width, so horizontal and vertical. Okay, so I'm just gonna let this, I think hanging around my neck is the easiest place to put this little measuring string, almost like a little necklace here. So I will be getting this in both centimeters and inches, so let me just write mouth length versus width, centimeters, inches. Okay, so just to be prepared so that I can accurately measure. Okay, so I'm just getting your mouth here. Yep, just relax your mouth like I said, okay? Perfect. So, wow, nice. You have a very nice mouth. Let's do your mouth in inches. Interesting. Okay, so this is the width. I just wanna go over this again to be really precise. Okay, let's write this down before I forget. So inches, mouth, centimeters, and this is the width, length. So this is the vertical area of your mouth. So I'm just going to be going down here. Just make sure this measuring tape, centimeters first. I'm gonna turn this over and I'm just gonna do it right here. Cupid's bow, so yeah, just relax, okay? Yes, now next. Inches, okay. Perfect. This is going to be from the Cupid's bow at the highest point of your mouth, if that's okay with you. Okay, great. It's funny because I also found the mouth area to be the most sensitive, but know if it tickles and you would like to stop by any means. Okay, I'm just gonna go at the highest point, right? Just turning this over. Okay, just measuring there. Okay, so we have your eyes, eyebrows, nose, mouth. So I think I have all of the facial features that I'll be needing today. I will not need to go in depth and measure your entire face. It's just those few facial features. You are the first person in my study, so I will probably be needing you back, maybe a month from now, just to continue. As I measure more clients, I might have a further insight into features that I've missed, and perhaps I will want to actually be exploring rounds like maybe we'll be measuring your forehead, maybe we'll be measuring your ears, earlobes, things like that. Maybe we'll be measuring your actual face, so the width, and perhaps your neck and things like that if I need a further measurement. So I will just be saying client will return if needed. Is that all right? Okay, thank you so much. And is it okay if I just go ahead and schedule you anyway for a follow-up? Perfect. So if I do need help measuring, you do agree to come back? That's great. You've been so helpful. Well, I think I can actually go ahead and take off this measuring tape. But you have been so kind today, so I really do appreciate all your help with the measurements and things like that. I hope this wasn't too strange or invasive, but I almost feel like you're the first person that I think of when I need help with things like this. So I'm so glad we can be friends. Okay, well, thank you so much. I have all the measurements I needed. Like I said, it wasn't that difficult, and it wasn't too invasive, and it wasn't overdone. I think just a few measurements and that's it. I hate to have a client sit for longer than needed. I just feel like a little bit at a time is perfect. And as time goes on, I will clearly get better at measuring and so on. But I really do always appreciate your help with these projects that I have. So thank you so much for agreeing to come in and let me measure your facial features. Until next time. Bye!